Ladies and gentlemen, this is WShadows and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I am here with, I think, something that a few people might actually enjoy. I've decided to take a bit of a bigger role into the Lineage 2 community, as spread out as it is, or at least on YouTube, and to try and bring a bit of life to it. In this case, what I want to do is do a weekly series where I will be going over the servers that are coming out over the next week. I'm not going to go too specific into detail. If some servers would like to arrange something like that, of course we can speak and I can take a look at it. But right now I'm just taking a quick basic look at the websites. I am taking a look at the rates, the chronicles. If I know a little bit about them, I'm going to be talking about the reputation of the server. I'm just going to try and give you a good idea of something that you could jump into if you feel like playing Lineage 2, that is, or just to know what's opening and to keep up with what's happening inside Lineage 2. If this is something that interests you, or if you have any servers that you would like me to take a look at, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to take a look at them and to discuss with you guys about it. Hopefully get you guys excited to play a bit of Lineage 2 over the next few weeks. So we're gonna start really quickly. I vibe coded myself a little L2 server radar so we can filter out through all the countless forums that we have at this point, the private servers that are opening in the week of. So in this case, we are at week 2. Well, I mean, I made it yesterday, so it also kept the week 1, August 17th to August 23rd. We are in week 2, August 24th to August 30. We have 31 server openings with a bunch of information, and we're gonna go over them really quickly so we know a little bit about what's happening. So first things first, the Battle Club bonus start running on running High Five World start rewards and VIP system. This server, from what I've seen, I've taken a look at the website. It actually looks to be a bit they did put a bit of effort into it. I'm not gonna say they didn't. It's definitely not just some vibe coded website, or at least I don't think so, and it seems to have been existing for quite a bit. If it seems to be a mid-rate high 5 server progressing through stages as time goes by, and like I said, it seems to have a constant population, as these servers do live for quite a bit. So right off the bat, this server inspires quite a bit of confidence into me, truth be told. If I were looking for a high 5 server, I might have picked this one up right off the bat, because like I said, it looks a lot better than most other websites do nowadays. So yeah, the server isn't launching, but the next stage is launching in 11 hours, so that's probably what they meant. Then we have L2 Aura, which is a super high rate PvP with custom add-ons, the X 600,000 interlude server. This might be for some people who want to have some absolute crazy interlude gameplay with 60,000 casting speed and 60,000 attack speed type of stuff. It's not really my stuff, but hey, if it works for you, it works for you. Then we have L2 Bet PvP, which seems to be X1000, a high rate interlude server, but with a betting system. So the description is fight, bet, and dominate, and the name is literally L2 Bet PvP. So right off the bat, that sounds interesting. That's a system I haven't never seen up until this point. It says right here, L2 Bet PvP is the seasonal world. Every 3 months it is merged into the main L2 Bet PvP server, so progress is kept and we never wipe. It is how we welcome new players and keep the server alive. First launch November 25th, 2026. So what is this? Maybe they meant to say 2025. 2025 makes a lot more sense because they have a grand opening on August 25th, so you need to clarify that. And then we have L2 Crystal X 50,000 interlude server. I don't think I need to take too much of a deep dive into it. Okay, actually it doesn't look necessarily too bad, but I'm not really seeing much information or any sort of activity as far as I can tell. So I just took a look at this. As far as I can tell, this isn't actually opening. Then we have L2 Pride, which is a super high rate PvP with custom add-ons from a Russian server. The English version doesn't even work. Does the Spanish one work? Nope, it does not. Okay, well, it is what it is. Then we have on August 26th, Warstown mid-rate PvP. They opened the X 50,000 server about 2 weeks ago, but it's at 24 people, so it doesn't seem like it has much of a population. And for some reason, they thought it would be a great idea to open another one 2 weeks later. Hey, who knows, it might be interesting, but I usually don't have much trust in servers like these, so I'm gonna pass. Then we have L2 Tierra, which is a Spanish mid-rate, definitely aimed for the Latin American community right off the bat when you open the website. It says launching soon. See details. This doesn't work. Okay, well, L2 Tierra says it here. It says it opens on the 27th, but it doesn't, or as far as I can tell on the website, it says nothing about it. Hobzone says it confirms the 27th date, but the website doesn't, so I'm not sure. Right off the bat, I lost a bit of hope into it. When a website is buggy like this and doesn't even have the basic information, you lose a bit of confidence right off the bat. Now, Bo PTS, August 28th server. I think it's an interlude, right? No, he's making it a high 5. He's making a high rate high 5 server, and I heard of the streamer Bo PTS. I know he puts a lot of money in his servers. I know he pays a lot of people to come play, and the population shows. If these numbers are true, that's quite a few people playing. So in terms of reputation and everything, I have to say that I've heard good things about this server, and I know that there's a lot of people playing. It's a serious community, so I don't think it would be necessarily a bad choice, to be honest. If you want to give it a shot, it's not a bad idea. We're on Friday at this point. This is all these launchers from here on downwards are on Friday and Saturday, Sunday. Then we have L2 DVIJ, super high rate PvP with custom add-ons, X50,000 interlude. It's gonna be a high rate PvP. We return to the old era of servers with additions, taking it to a new level with Interlude Plus. Join in, you won't regret it. Okay, website has a bit of effort put into it. The AI generated elf. Is that even an elf? It's not even an elf, actually. Dwarf with stages. Donate shop purchases disabled from 20 to 13 o'clock the next day. The first stage of the server starts without the donate shop. All players begin on equal terms and can focus on farming, PvP, and character progression. That's kind of sick, dude. This kind of got me interesting just to give it a shot for the day one, dude. Just the day one gameplay with no donations, seeing what actual skill can bring. Who knows? But this looks interesting. So L2DVIJ.net. Then we have multicraft.ws, which is a craft-oriented mid-rate PvP server. What is this? Interlude X100. Okay. Pretty straightforward. A Russian website. Is there anywhere to switch it to English? Not really. These servers come and go. I wouldn't particularly recommend them, truth be told. Not because I don't have any problems with them personally, just because there's 30 servers like these opening and closing every week, and there's absolutely nothing here that shows that this server is different. There's absolutely nothing about this server that really inspires any particular amount of confidence. Then we have GVE Essence, good versus evil faction server on Essence, first opening. Dude, this looks quite interesting. GVE Essence, 28th of August. Not much information about the server. There's a wiki here, server under development. Is this opening or is it not? I don't get it. Start game. Okay, so there's a little, it looks a bit weird. Absolutely nothing about the information. There's a Discord, there's a Telegram, but if you go to the wiki, there's nothing. You can take that as you will. I'm not going to join any Discord or any Telegram as of yet. I did lose a bit of confidence right off the bat. There's a refund policy. They don't have anything. They don't even have a donation, but they have a refund policy, which is going to say no returns. Then we have Risen Worlds, a low rate goddess of destruction server, multi-box allowed. Is this a multi-class too? We create ideas and always come up with something new while others copy. We are already testing the next thing. Right off the bat, there's a lot of effort put into the website. 10 years of development. What is this video? Oh, let me lower the volume a little bit here. Of course, it's a Russian server. Okay, well, listen. Oh, the boss was flying. Right off the bat, the guy is showing that his files aren't necessarily the most reliable thing ever. Interesting. I'm just gonna leave it here. It's not too bad. They did put a bit more effort than your average server, so not too bad. Okay, let's continue. Then we have Aidenland mid-rate Essence seasonal project first opening. No, it's not first opening. Aidenland has been launching for a lot of times, and I think it actually has some pretty shitty reputation. I believe, at least. I believe if this is the server that I'm thinking of, it's been launching over and over for years, and yeah, no, I would say pass on that one. Then we have L2 Raptronic mid-rate interlude, Germany hosted. Raptronic, L2vost.com. Oh, there we go. Lineage 2 Raptronic.eu. Experience the golden age of Lineage on the most complete, stable, and competitive server. Let's see. Custom server, team versus team, capture the flag, party farm, tournament, mission, and much more. Donate only for VIP, for premium, and access to auto farm. No donation for weapon, armor, jewel, or enchant. Balanced farm and PvP balanced. Looks interesting, and the fact that there's no pay to win is obviously very, very nice. If you can buy premium and auto farm, I think that's great. Could be interesting to take a look at. Raptronic. Then we have Scried X50. I believe, though, that X5 Classic. This is high 5. This is an actual classic, is it? Every champion got stronger stats for the X5 format. Oh, I love that they brought the UI with the Lineage UI. I really like the effort that Scribe puts in their servers. Lots of balance changes. This, I don't understand. Is it high 5? Is it interlude? I think it's high 5. And either way, it's in 12 days. So, okay. It looks interesting, though. And like I said, they do put effort into their website. Like, look at this, dude. It is pretty cool. So I'll leave it at that. Scribe gets a thumbs up from me. Let's continue. Then we have Forceplay, which is at X1200. What is this? Interlude server? So Forceplay, I just took a look at it. I didn't find any information as to a new server opening. Next, low-end new age, low-rate Essence. Site is not published. I'm not going to go over something that doesn't exist. Then we have L2 Damage, which which is a X9000 interlude server. I've definitely seen this in the past. Very, very old school vibe to it, of course. Accounts 5.54,000. It doesn't show how many people are online. The next season starts in 11 days. So L2 damage starts in 11 days, not 5-6 days like it says here, so this isn't accurate. Then we have L2 Katana, which is a Spanish Argentinian high five. Bienvenido a L2 Katana high five. It seems to be fully in English, but there's nobody on the beta, unfortunately. I don't think anybody's heard of the server. This looks interesting. Just a very basic information center, but not very much to it. But unfortunately, I don't have much hope for it due to the, first of all, lack of people on the beta, at least the bare minimum. I don't even know if it's online, but I hope it is. And then to finish last, we have L2 VIP Club for High Five server on X300. L2 VIP Club. What is this? So they have a video that you can't pause, which works a bit laggy, unfortunately. It's one of the videos okay. These guys grabbed one of the old Lineage 2 cinematics so they can put it in their website, but they're not even letting you pause the fucking thing. Okay, so whatever. Real-time monitoring. I'm not seeing much information to it. Downloads and information. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's just a basic information. Doesn't seem particularly crazy. So there we go. You have another choice for a high rate high five. And we're almost done. We have on 29th of August multi-hub, but Essence multi-hub. I'm not sure what that is. A fully Russian server. They don't have any English option. Unfortunately, I had to use a translator. So right off the bat, that's a big L for me. And on top of that, it's very basic. There's not much information to it. Not much effort. So yeah, I'm just going to close that here. Then we have L2 Hunter. We have Extreme Rate Custom PvP X 100,000. Or is that an X 1 million? No, it's X 100,000. L2hunter.com. An interlude server. Ooh, right off the bat, we have this little puppy over here, so I like that. It's 100,000 epicenter of battles. Your favorite game, go on a journey with your friends. Okay, let's see. What is the server about? X 100,000. Entire concept is custom developed. Your character starts at level 80 with buffs and enchanted gear. Upon character creation, you get the third profession and dies. You have 4 armor tiers, 5 weapon tiers, wings, and helmets. Max enchant goes to plus 100 with 100% success rate. Automated TVT. In-game currencies, sieges every day. Okay, so it seems like a just fully customized PvP server. It looks interesting, I'm not gonna lie. The bad thing about taking a look at all these servers is seeing all the cool things about it, all the custom changes and everything else, and getting a bit excited for something that I won't play, most likely at least, you know. But who knows, you know, we might mess around every now and then on a weekend. This does look fun. This looks interesting. I have a bunch of custom skills, run of HP regeneration, achievements, they give rewards. Okay, pretty cool. L2-Hunter looks very interesting to me. I'll keep an eye out for it. Then we have Lineage 2 Death, which is mega PvP with custom skills, items, and a Gatheon. It seems to be an X10,000 custom interlude. Starting out in 5 days. Join us, and together we will make a great game. The streams are not here. Fine. The website is a bit clunky. It doesn't, like, one scroll goes all the way up and down, so there's that. Let's take a look at statistics. Only 1 character on the beta so far, and he's been on for 2.5 hours. Okay, so far I'm not seeing much information. Let's go to the description. Max level 99, you start at level 80. Server rates are X10,000. Custom quest for Noblesse. Custom sets. Safety plus 15. Max enchant plus 65. And Grant enchant plus 75. Jesus Christ. And a bunch of new features. League of Legends and Dota 2 skills. Resurrection system awakened skills. Okay. That sounds interesting. I like that. Actually, let me screenshot this really quickly and send that to some friends. And then we have Z Lineage, which is classic style X1 low rate on interlude. Seems to be a Russian AIM server. I like the art. This is pure Dion nostalgia, if you ask anybody right there. It seems to be a low rate server they want to open, but fully Russian and nothing for our good old Inglando speakers. So I'm gonna close that. Then we have Wellisar with no website. ZLineage.ru, opening on the 29th of August. Is it Z or 2 Lineage? It's 2 Lineage. Okay, it's not Lineage 2, it's 2 Lineage. X50 server, fully Russian. They have a little PvP video here, which let's see the PvP that they're promoting. So there's a GM who's walking around casting the siege. That tank has not died. Has anybody died? They're just showing like a GVG of 5 versus 5 and almost nobody dying. Okay. Well, I mean, if this is something like they're showing in order to promote, it's because they're proud of it, and there's nothing wrong about that. Okay. All I'm gonna say is I'm not expecting crazy population from this. And I like the design. They put a bit of effort into their website right here. This is the skills, this is the actions, this is the clan quests, this is the characters, I assume. Oh, it all leads to the same place. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, well, somebody who speaks Russian maybe can tell me, but pretty neat, pretty cool. The song kind of saved it at the end. I'm gonna save it just because I want to listen to it one last time. And we have two last ones. We have Multeria Rework, which is a high 5 server. Let's see. Actually, it started a month ago. This isn't accurate. And lastly, we have L2 Eternal Spanish mid-rate, no pay to win with an open beta, and the website doesn't work. So anyway, this was a bit of a messy video. I apologize ahead of time because it's gonna be a mess. This is completely unscripted. I'm just kind of going over it really quickly, taking a look and hoping that you might find something that catches your attention. If you have any feedback or anything that I can improve to make this better, please let me know. This is something that I want to make for you guys. This is something that I want to make as clean as possible, as pleasant as possible, and I want it to be as useful as possible. So if there's any specific information you would like to seek in the next video or anything that I can do, please let me know. I will be more than happy to do so. Other than that, like I said, personally, I am still playing on ArcaneWorld, and I am making content on there, but I will be taking a look at this website on the weekly basis so you guys can be informed of what's happening in the Lineage 2 world in 2026 and can jump into something that could be your new home for a bit. So with all that said, I want to thank you guys for having watched so much. I really hope to see you in the next video. Any sort of support being thrown my way, subscribing, liking, or commenting, anything is extremely helpful, and I'm really grateful for everything you guys have done so far. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.